Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now. What is the number one technology security tip you have to share with friends, family, coworkers, colleagues, anybody who might happen to be reading the comments thread as we see it unfold? And I'm asking this if only to bring up the fact that it's National Cybersecurity Awareness Month. And I'm assuming that you're vigilant with security year-round, but there are a lot of people who get online and they don't really know what's going on. And while geeks may understand a bit more than non-geeks in terms of cybersecurity, it's still our, responsibility to help people understand. And I think that's a good word to use. And I'm borrowing that actually from staysafeonline.org. I went ahead and printed out one of the pages there. This is where you can learn more about National Cybersecurity Awareness Month. I'm doing this in conjunction with one of our sponsors, KnowBe4. That's KNOWBE and the number 4.com. They make a concerted effort to educating people on what a scam might look like. So instead of them falling victim to it, they can actually realize what's happening before it happens, and instead of being a victim, well, they can become a better cyber citizen, whether they're at home or at work. StaySafeOnline.org is where you can find more information. They say on one of their pages, our shared responsibility, and I agree with that. You can't just assume that everybody knows exactly what you know, and that's the thing. Some geeks get it in their head that they know everything, and unfortunately, that's just not the case. Even I don't know everything. Nobody knows everything. In fact, the person who tells you they know everything about everything, I'd be very careful about trusting them. So, they start out with this on this particular page. We lead web-based digital lives. We have moved beyond connecting to the internet while being tethered to a computer. And I think this is very important. So many of us have smartphones. Not just the people who love being online, but just people in general. We use phones to connect to the internet. And you can fall victim to a scam on your phone just as easily as you can on a computer. As a matter of fact, I ended up posting on my blog the other day, chris.pirillo.com, a banking scam that's going around. Someone had set up some kind of automated dialer. They called up and they said, hey, this is your bank and your account's been locked. To unlock, press 1. And immediately I was like, whoa, dude, this isn't right. It turns out this is a scam that's going around here in the Seattle area. And at least I was smart enough to know that this just wasn't really something that I should be doing. I would never, ever, and this is, I guess, would be my number one technology tip, ever give information over to somebody if they approached me. That is, if they call me asking for information, if I don't know who they are, if I haven't validated in some other form, like by email, expecting a call, or vice versa, I would never share that information. And that's something you got to remember. Now, if you're calling them, it's a known number, it's a known email address, or, in some way you're making that connection, you should be, I guess, better off. Never 100% safe. But you never give information over to somebody when they're asking for it. It's the same thing if you get an email message or a direct message or some kind of connection over social media. You would never give the information back if they're asking for it. You always want to initiate that bit of information sharing, especially if it's information that could be tied into them accessing your account in one way, shape, or form, not just sharing passwords, but they could be asking you information that could help them get past security prompts. So never give information over to somebody when they're asking for it, if you did not initiate that communication. They go on to mention, if we are to maximize the potential of a digital society, we must protect the resource that makes it possible. It's our responsibility to help people. That's the bottom line. And while it may be a bit curt at times, there's a reason why we are so stern with delivering this information. Your security and the security of your friends, family, coworkers, colleagues is at risk every single day. You've got to keep this in mind. They boil it down to 3 points. Stop, think, and connect. Stop before you use the internet. Take time to understand the risks and learn how to spot potential problems. And that's the biggest part, right? Because how do you know what problems to spot? This is one of the reasons why I asked right up front at the beginning of this video, what is your number one technology security tip? Not just computer security tip, not just Windows security, not just Mac security, not just Linux security, okay? This is beyond that, okay? You can connect to the internet by way of your TV. Not to say that your TV would ever, I guess, if it's a computer, theoretically, I suppose someone could gain access to your TV and force you to watch really bad programming. course, it's probably happening anyway. I'm not here to judge what shows you watch. Either way, what is your tip? I really want you to share it. Think. Take a moment to be certain the path ahead is clear. Watch for warning signs and consider how your actions online could impact your safety or your family's. This is one of the reasons why I am very careful about checking in. I'll tell people where I'm going if it's a larger event, but of course I never leave the home without setting security, without making sure all the cameras are connected and working. I protect everything out there, or as much as I possibly can. And certainly you've got to take the same approach. You may be giving over a bit of what you think is benign information, but it's been seen that social media is a new attack vector for thieves. It can happen. You could inadvertently reveal something about somebody else. You have to protect yourself, but you also have to protect other people. It is your responsibility, okay? I don't care if you think you know everything and you're the king of all things internet. Nobody is perfect, including myself. Connect. Enjoy the internet with greater confidence, knowing you've taken the right steps to safeguard yourself and your computer. When I first got a modem for my family's computer, this is like mid-90s, my dad freaked out because he thought viruses were just going to start, just transferring over the phone connection. So even when the computer was turned off and unplugged physically from the wall, he wanted the phone cable disconnected from the modem. And I tried to explain to him that's not how it works. You just generally just don't download anything. That's a great tip. Or if you do, make sure it is through a vetted resource, an official resource. You would only want to say download a browser from that browser's official website, not from a third-party website. That's, in terms of a download website, downloading things, it's going to happen. You're going to have to install extensions and plugins and clients and whatnot. But generally speaking, you can get by for the most part by not really downloading anything on your computer. You could use official app stores. I'd be careful if that app store is open. Everybody and anybody can throw things in there, and that could compromise your phone. I think there are certain mobile device platforms that have been known to have junk, or not just junk, but malware installed without the user really knowing what they were installing. Oh, free wallpaper? Cool. Sign me. Free ringtones? Oh, yeah, I'll do that. And then they find out that something bad happens remotely. Yeah, it's kind of a bad thing. It's one of the reasons why I'm a big proponent for app stores that are policed, whether it's the upcoming Windows App Store from Microsoft, the Amazon App Store for the Kindle. Of course, we all know the Kindle Fire is going to be coming out at some point in the near future here. And then absolutely Apple. So there's three prime examples for Android. iOS, of course, is replete with security in terms of vetted security in the download, the App Store on the Mac App Store or the iOS App Store. And then Windows with the upcoming App Store, whatever they're going to be calling it, in conjunction with Windows 8. So Microsoft is taking the same kind of approach. So we're all trying to be conscious about our security. This is our shared responsibility. Again, please leave a tip. You can talk smack about me all you want. You're going to do it anyway, but this really is for everybody else. Hopefully, you can just spread the word. StaySafeOnline.org. Again, I've got to thank KnowBe4.com for becoming a sponsor for our brand of technology updates, and they're again doing their best to educate corporations and their employees and colleagues, coworkers about these potential threats before they do become an actual threat. National Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Spread the word. My email address, chris@pirillo.com. You could, of course, find me on Google+, Facebook, Twitter. I have a presence throughout the entire web. I'm impossible not to find online. Been doing it since 1992. A little while. I've been online for longer than spam. That's how long I've been online. It's a long time. I mean, spam, not the food. I've, of course, been around, long, but not that long. The spam, the junk that you might see coming down the pike. Do you realize where the word spam came from in relation to junk on the internet? There's the trivia question, I guess, for this video. Do you know the relation? I do. In fact, I knew what the relation was before it actually came to be. I'm that geeky. Are you? Let's find out. Until next time, we'll see you later.